Hey everyone, what I'm about to explain is backed by the mechanics working here in the shop, so there's no need to worry. This can be fixed. You go to open the trunk of your Kia and suddenly you see the message, check trunk liftgate system. The first thought is usually that the trunk motor died or something expensive broke, but relax. Most of the time, the vehicle is simply telling you that the electrical system controlling the liftgate detected something unusual, and for safety, it won't operate until everything checks out properly. What the mechanics here tell me is that the system may have lost its calibration or reference position. This can happen after disconnecting or replacing the battery, or even if the liftgate was forced open manually. When that happens, the liftgate module no longer knows the exact position of the trunk and triggers the warning. That's why in many cases, manually opening and closing the trunk, then using the power button, helps the system resynchronize and return to normal. Continuing with that, another very common culprit is the trunk latch or position sensor. If that sensor is dirty, misaligned, or worn out, the car may think the trunk is still open, even when it's fully closed. And if the vehicle believes the trunk is open, it will disable the power liftgate to prevent accidental operation. This happens often after car washes, dust buildup, or simply years of regular use. Now, several mechanics also mention that a weak battery can trigger this message. The power liftgate requires stable voltage to operate correctly, and if the voltage drops too low, the system shuts itself off as a protective measure. In many cases, mechanics replaced or recharged the battery, and the liftgate system returned to normal without any further repairs. After that, there are also situations where the issue is more mechanical, such as weak liftgate struts or a failing electric motor. When these components begin to wear out, the system tries to open the trunk but detects resistance and stops to avoid damage. This is often accompanied by warning beeps or failed opening attempts. And something that surprises many people is that sometimes the problem isn't in the trunk itself, but in the electronic control module or a loose connection. If the module doesn't receive the correct signal from the sensors, it will block the system and display the warning message. Some people fix this simply by performing a vehicle reset or reconnecting the battery, allowing the system to reboot and function properly again.